All right, so welcome to the inaugural episode of Willpower&Robbery. My name is Rob Glanzman.
And I'm Will Miller.
And, you know, the reason we want to do this is there's a lot of blogs, a lot of topics, a lot of videos out on the internet about how to create the ultimate dance album, if you will, from scratch.
Yeah.
You know, everything from showing the process to showing the actual mixing.
I'm not even sure there's a lot of things. It's probably broken up into little blobs
Yeah.
and blips of stuff, but nothing concrete.
It's true. But what we felt is what was lacking was showing this process and showing it from the perspective of a singer.
Yeah, there's a lot of things out on the internet, I think, that show the process of how music should be made and how it's done with bands in mind. But I don't know if there's too much, or at least I couldn't find anything that showed how from a singer's perspective of how to do it when you're a solo artist, because there are a lot of solo artists out there, and
there's
not much to go on if you're a solo artist unless you do things.
Fear not, we are here to help.
Right.
So it's our mutual journey over the last 3.5 years to basically create the ultimate dance album. By way of introductions,
again, I'm Will.
Are you the singer?
I am the singer.
You're the singer. How could you tell?
I don't know. How could you
Look at the
tell?
stage presence.
You're right, this is Thank you. And you are the mastermind behind all this, because look at this.
The arsenal.
This stuff.
So
and this is actually a home studio. This is the home studio that we've worked out of in various iterations, but basically everything that here is what we use to create my new album. That's almost going to come out. So
by way of introductions, Billy and I have been working together we've been friends for over 25 years. We've been working musically together for just as long. We've been in multiple bands together. We've created albums together. We've played out live. So a long history. So quick intro about yourself.
I think I've been singing, I guess, since I was maybe 15, 16 years old. Originally around the house, and then also in church bands, and then finally in a couple of bands. I started out with us in a band called, I believe, Banana Fish.
Yes.
Banana Fish. And then...
You tell we were drinking heavily that night.
You're right. And that was a cover band. And we
did have a logo.
Right, we did.
Yes,
a beautiful logo. Yeah, it was a banana with...
That looked like a fish.
Right, that looked like a fish.
I said, alcohol's a wonderful drug. Anyway.
And then from there I did some solo. Oh no! Actually, after that I was in a band called Carol Masters with one of my friends, Rui. And from there, then we did another band, which we really didn't have a name for that band, but it was a group of people, and we played quite a bit in the basement. But we played, and so it naturally ended up to just doing things solo. And Rob decided to do the journey with me, and we put out an album together, and it's actually worked out quite well. So when we came up with this thing, we wanted to see, my biggest, I think, problem was what to do after you come up with an album. I mean, I can't tour by myself, and I can't get out there. I mean, there's definitely things that singers can do, but touring is one of the big things. And how do you promote yourself? How do you get your music out there? I think that's the challenge that we both faced. And also, there are quite a bit of singers who don't know actually how to get this far. So I think between the two of us, we decided that maybe we should do something to show people how they can do things on their own, and not get taken advantage of if you're in the studio, what type of studio to look for, what type of music to do, what type of...
Soup to nuts. We're going to basically document our journey into how we managed to produce a final product.
Right.
And, you know, it's interesting, as long as we work together, and as long as we know how we work and what we do and our eccentricities and all the other things that you'll get to know over, you know, many durations of this blog. Even then, you know, it was surprising how much stuff that we had to basically figure out, you know, and from all the experience that we had. And, you know, we've recorded before, we've done all this stuff, but to actually produce a product that, you know, could stand on its own, that we believe it stands on its own, right, against, you know, a highly polished and produced, let's say, in a professional studio. showing you basically every iteration. And again, it's going to be specifically from Billy's point of view,
which is a singer,
right? Because that, I think, is what's lacking. So I certainly, from a producer and a musician standpoint, will interject as we go through. But
we also have to do it from your point of view too, because I mean, with all the experience that Rob has in music, he plays guitar, he can play drums, he plays piano, obviously, and I think he can play some horns too if he wants to.
I can play everything.
You can play everything.
Keyboard, so you give me a virtual instrument, we're ready to rock. So.
But the one thing that I think is paramount in this whole thing is that he's never done dance music ever before, ever. And
I would go so far as to say barely even listened to it.
Yeah, I don't think he's listened to it. I mean, when we first started this thing, I needed to give him some, I say references for music that I like, and references to music that I thought was popular.
Yeah.
So I would say, have you listened to this? Have you heard this? Or I would just make suggestions on songs that I liked, and he was like, what is that? Never heard this song. And I even think it was very, very popular, because it was popular in the late 90s, early 80s, in the beginning of the millennium. But he'd never heard of it because it's not the type of music he listened to.
And I was like, verbally thrashed for saying, I've never heard this song before. He's like, where the hell did you grow up? I'm like, well, shit, I was listening to, I don't know, Metallica,
Exactly, which is not a bad thing. It's just that I expected, I heard Metallica, so I expected he would also hear the music I was listening to. We didn't cross. So my, genetics are rooted in classical and rooted in metal and everything in between, but doing sequenced dance music is kind of...
You got me. I mean, now I can tell you definitively, having done it, just like everything else you do in life, until you do something, you can't appreciate it. Until how hard it is, right? And how, frankly, how many nuances there are that a lot of producers put into this type of music. I gained a newfound respect for this, right? So what we're gonna do,
probably not as easy as it sounds on the...
just picking out and learning the technology that creates this type of music is something I never needed to know before. So for our starting episode here, we just wanted to give you a good overview of where we're going to take you on this journey. By way of introduction, just really quickly to finish it off, since that was a hell of a long introduction. We tend to ramble.
That might happen in this series.
I've been playing for well over 25 years piano. I've been in bands all my life. I've been playing live. I've done recording. This is a minor subset of what the studio has been over the years. Most of my rig is now all been reduced to software. But we'll take you through all that as well. From a production's point of view, this is really the first full album I've actually ever completed.
And also, when you say reduced to software, you used to have tons of guitars, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Which you still have.
The instruments
but the instruments have changed. Sure. There's no drum set.
No,
you used to have a huge drum set. Now
drum set.
I guess it's all...
Let's face it, I used to carry twice as much outboard equipment when we used to play out.
Oh yeah.
Now, basically, this Mac over here and there's a Mac back there are everything that we need to get this done. So, we hope you're going to enjoy this. We're going to take you down a rather interesting journey that we've had, and we hope you're going to get a lot of benefit out of it.
Absolutely.
See you soon.
See you soon.